Hey there, it's Dave of Flipperforce. I'm excited to announce we just launched another new feature to our Repair Estimator tool. A couple weeks back, we launched our new Inspection Widget, which you can use to basically document the condition of each category and repair that you have on your property. So this just allows you to quickly document whether it's new, if it's in good shape, if it's ugly, needs to be repaired or replaced, and then you can make some notes here whether the roof needs to be replaced or repaired. So let's just say the roof is in bad shape, needs to be replaced. So you can add a little bit of context to it there. Now you'll notice down here we added this new roofing inspection tips and things to look for. So in each category on the Repair Estimator now, you'll have this little tips section which tells you everything that you should be looking for while you're inspecting that particular category. So while you're walking through the property, you can have the Repair Estimator open on your tablet or your phone, and as you're walking through the property, you can have the Repair Estimator open, and you can click on each of these inspection notes widgets next to each category. So while you're walking around the property, you're looking at the roof, you'll have this things to look for list, which is going to tell you exactly what you need to look for as you're walking around and looking at the roofing. So you can see it's a pretty detailed list. It says you need to measure the squares of the roofing, consider measuring the length of the perimeter of the property so that way you can have the length of the gutters if they need to be replaced. You need to look for things like, does the roof have multiple layers of roofing? Is there any signs of aging? Are there faded or discolored shingles, curling shingles on the south side of the house that gets the most sun exposure? Is there signs of damage? So is there missing or broken shingles, maybe from wind damage or something like that? Is there granular shedding found in the gutters from hail damage or something like that? Is there missing roof flashing? Is there missing or damaged gutters? And are the gutters actually properly draining water away from the foundation? So you can see that's a pretty detailed list, but you can have that open on your iPad or on your phone, and that can just be a kind of a quick checklist that you can walk through as you're walking the property, looking at the roof, that way you're not missing anything as you're walking through the property. And so we've got that built in here for basically every single category. You can see siding, we've got some things to look for here. It tells you what you need to measure. It says the things that you need to look for as far as signs of aging, signs of damage, some water damage, termite damage, stuff like that. Exterior painting, signs of aging, damage, is there missing caulk or anything like that that needs to be repaired or replaced on the property. On the decks and porches, we've got some pretty detailed notes here as far as like building code and safety issues. So there's some stuff that you need to look for when you're inspecting a deck, like is the deck actually fastened to the house? Is the ledger board fastened to the house with lag bolts? Are the deck joists secured with joist hangers? Is there an actual handrail on the deck if the deck is above 30 inches above the grade? All of that stuff is code issues that you really need to take a look at and make sure is being addressed. So that way, when you go to sell the property, an inspector is gonna dock you on that, and they're gonna want you to make those repairs when you go to sell the property. So these are all important things to look for up front when you're buying the property, so that way you know that you need to allocate some costs in your budget for that. So again, these things are built into every single category in here. I could go through all of them, but that's going to take a while. We do have all of these notes built into a PDF. So we went ahead and just took all of these notes that we built directly into our inspection notes widget, and we built out a PDF document here. So we'll post a link on our YouTube channel there down in the description in the notes. We'll also post this on our blog, so that way you can download this. But basically this is just a comprehensive list that takes all of those notes that we added to the Repair Estimator and just puts it into a PDF format, so that way you can read through that and just kind of use that as a refresher. Use this information just to kind of download this knowledge, so that way when you go out and walk through the property, you'll kind of have the general idea of what stuff you should be looking for on the property. It talks about asbestos and other stuff that you should look for. We've got some pictures in here of some common things that you should look for. We've got some information on plumbing codes and plumbing pipes and stuff that you should look for, like galvanized piping, black iron cast piping, CPVC piping, electrical wiring and stuff like that, electrical panels that you should look for, whether it's a Zenco or a Federal Pacific panel, knob and tube wiring. So again, very, very detailed document here. It could just be one of those things that you download one time, you review it real quick, and you kind of get a general idea of everything that you should be looking for, and then maybe you use our inspection notes widget while you're walking through the property with your tablet, with your phone, just kind of as a refresher to remind you to look for certain things, make sure that you're counting stuff, measuring stuff, and then looking for signs of repair or distress that may need to be repaired or replaced on your property. So hopefully you like that new tool. Again, we'll post this PDF document there on our YouTube page and on our blog. If you have any other questions or any suggestions on maybe some notes that we missed or anything that any warning signs or red flags that we missed in this document, just let us know and we'll edit that, add that in there for you. So again, if you have any questions, let us know.